Hello my lovely witches, and welcome to another little mini art magic video. So a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago now, I decided to make myself, or initially just one, a pocket goddess. This is obviously the kayak. And she's looking a bit battered these days. She's been in my handbag or in my car with me for those years. She's suffering a little bit. Her little arms are starting to come apart, but she's still there. She's still with me, and I love her. My little mini pocket goddess that I can take everywhere with me. And once I'd made the kayak, I did also decide to make one of Bridget, who is another goddess that I work with. So here's my little Bridget. Now, these are literally just matchboxes, obviously, with some painted paper in them and around them. Cut out a little hole in the front so you can see your pocket goddess. And then I have created these with some wool wrapped around a couple of sticks and some scraps of fabric and ribbon and paper. And I'd been meaning to do something else art magic-y with matchboxes for ages. I've been collecting my matchboxes. I don't know about you, but I prefer to use matches rather than, you know, gas matches or cigarette lighters and things. I do use those too, but I prefer the matches because they're actually a bit more sustainable and can be composted. So I do end up with quite a number of matchboxes. And rather than throw them away, as you know, I do love my recycling and upcycling and art magicking with the rubbish. So I have been saving them to make things with. Now, I had several different ideas. So aside from pocket goddesses, which I think I might make a couple more of those. I wouldn't mind making a little Kernanos and perhaps a Ceridwen as well. They are great to be able to take your goddess with you everywhere you go. I also decided I wanted to do a little shrine. This is a little shrine to the genius Lucy, or spirit of place. So this is a little sort of earth spirit shrine. I've actually stuck a piece of magnetic tape on the back so that I can stick it to my fridge, because that's where I would like it to live. And I've just added a little bit of cardboard at the back there to give it more of a shriney feel. Painted the matchbox, cut it out, and then added some little elements that represent the genius Lucy. Oops. So there it is. Little resin bits and sequins. Shiny paints, shiny things. So that's going to go on my fridge. And then I thought, well, you can actually do some spell work in containers of any kind. So why not matchboxes? So I thought, well, yeah, that's a great idea. I think I'll do that. So I did this one, which you'll hear is quite loose inside. So this is one way I've thought of doing it. And I've wrapped my matchbox in some paper that I've decorated myself. Used a button and some of this sequin trim and a little bit of herbs. And then all I've done is just on the inside, I've included my ingredients. So I haven't decorated the inside at all. This is for luck and abundance. And I've got some money rice in there. I've got some herbs for luck and abundance. I've got these little game pieces and some aventurine. So it's essentially, it's just like a jar spell would be, but in a decorated matchbox. And again, you can take it with you if you want to, or put it in a particular place in your home. So that's one way of doing it. It's a very simple way. And then I did a couple of others. I got really into this and started to make some more. Did these. This one is for it's healing or health and well-being. Some sequins. These are some stickers from some other creators. And in this one, I've glued the pieces down And I have some decorative pieces using Colour Magic. And I have some shells. And then I've got this tiny, tiny potion bottle, which actually has some herbs and some glitter inside it. So it's a tiny, tiny potion inside a little spell shrine, spell box thing, using one of the slightly larger ones. Then I did this one for self-love. Used a sticker on the front again, painted the Matchbox with various different paints and techniques. And I have a piece of rose quartz, a little heart charm, and a button from my grandmother's button box, and another shell for that sort of Venusian self-love, beauty, etc. And I think I'll probably pop that on the altar in the bathroom, which is where all my self-love and beauty work gets done. And then finally this one, which is for success. And I've used one of my own hand printed stamps. I've used some of this plastic that's had alcohol ink and been shrink-dinked in the oven. And again, I've painted with some metallic paints and other paints and sgraffitoed and done all sorts. And inside this one is a little picture of a crystal and some more glitter and paper, button, magic, and a little stone as well for success. So there you go. I had so much fun putting these together, and it is something that I will definitely do more of because it's very simple, it's relatively quick, but it really packs a punch because there's so much creativity going on in it. You know, a little bit more than just a spell jar, which might have your ingredients in it. It's got your art and creativity as well. So, and it looks cute. They look pretty displayed in places. I love them, but they're simple. Making these little goddesses, I did just use twigs, but you could, I've also done some similar things with, you know, these takeaway chopsticks that you get with your takeaway noodles or whatever. You know, just break a piece off. They make really good little mini goddesses. Or you can also buy these little pegs, make little peg people. I have a bag of these now, so I think maybe my next gods or goddesses, pocket gods, might actually use these instead, paint them and add my scraps of whatever to them. So I hope this has given you a new project, perhaps, to create some mini art magic, or a little shrine to your deity. Do a little bit of spell work, have a bit of fun with it. I would really, really love to hear if you do make anything like this. If you want to tag me on Instagram, as usual, at Corrigan Moon Leopard. Put things down in the comments below of this video. Make a video response yourself. Always want to hear from you guys. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this little video. And I hope it has inspired you to get stuck into some messy crafting. Bye bye, my lovelies. See you in the next video.